We are outside Westminster Abbey tonight, where just hours from now, for the first time in 70 years, a British monarch will be crowned. Security is tight and anticipation keen. Along the procession route, royal fans have secured their seats, and the royals themselves have done a final walk through the plan. In the morning, King Charles will take the oath and send this monarchy down its next path. It was a busy last day for the royal family and one full of excitement for royal fans. Briar Stewart shows us the sights and sounds in a city primed for pageantry.
In the final hours, King Charles greeted some of the many in the waiting crowd.
I've met you before in Canada twice.
My goodness, you're looking very patriotic.
This is the moment Bernadette Christie from Grand Prairie, Alberta, met the king.
I told him I saw him in Kelowna and Edmonton, which is kind of funny because he was with Diana then, but I didn't, so I kept that to myself.
She's no stranger to camping out to catch royal events. This is her 7th trip to London and her 3rd night sleeping along the procession route.
We just happened to be in the right place at the right time. Perfect place to pitch the tent.
Others felt the same when they got a chance to greet Will and Kate.
Your friend, bit of sunshine stays out, keep you all dry.
In the sun, part of the procession route looked a little like a big British backyard party, but tents were up and the rain did come. Even that, though, couldn't dampen the spirit.
He's going to make a perfect king. Simple reason is he's been brought up by the royal family, hasn't he?
These horses will be pulling the royal coaches in the processions. But in South London, there's another team and a different set of passengers.
Now, this is not a royal ride, but it is a replica of the more than 250-year-old Golden State coach, which will be used in the procession. This one came from the set of the television series Bridgerton, but it's being used as part of the pre-coronation excitement.
Queen Elizabeth described the real gold coach as being horribly uncomfortable, but the folks on board this one loved the experience.
Yeah, lots of fun.
Did you like it?
You sang horsey horsey, didn't you?
Yeah. Was it bumpy?
The bumpy? No?
No?
But of course, not everyone is thrilled by the spectacle. Back at Buckingham Palace, a few in the crowd came out to spread a different message.
This is an outdated and frankly offensive institution that promotes, you still celebrate inequality.
Thousands of police officers will be deployed across the city as dignitaries arrive from all over the world, some of whom got a chance to meet the king at a private reception ahead of the historic coronation service tomorrow. Briar Stewart, CBC News, London.
Among the hundreds of leaders, dignitaries, and guests attending the coronation will be Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. His plane has now left for London. He'll be attending with Canada's delegation, including youth and Indigenous leaders, and Canada's flag bearer, astronaut Jeremy Hansen. As the preparations come to an end here in London, enthusiasm is building in Canada. Thomas Dagla follows the planning across our country for the crowning of Canada's new king.
Raising the flag for a royal celebration. At their British shop in Burlington, Ontario, father and son duo Chris and Sean Keld have laid out the supplies, from snacks to commemorative plates for early morning coronation viewing.
I'm not really a morning person, but my alarms will be set.
Years ago in London, Chris cooked for the would-be king. Now he's made a special quiche Lorraine for Charles's big day.
One day to remember, probably once in my lifetime, I'll see a coronation.
Here outside the Ontario Legislature, there will be a 21-gun salute, a drum circle, and rides for the kids. But celebrations across Canada won't be as grandiose this time as they were 70 years ago, when this was a younger country and a young Elizabeth was being crowned as queen.
People have been reserved, maybe. Her Majesty had those are big shoes to fill.
In Fredericton, the Lieutenant Governor will be welcoming guests, while this Halifax chocolatier is making crown jewel treats, one color for each jewel.
Your glass of wine poured half full. This does not mean you do not see the sky.
The focal point of Canadian festivities will be in Ottawa, with performances from artists including poet Sabrina Benaim.
I
I do have complicated feelings about the monarchy, but I do think that it is happening and there are some really great important themes being highlighted, like the preservation of nature.
For some, it may be too early for pints, so at this Montreal pub, they'll be serving a coronation tea, with reservations pouring in.
All of us are a little bit surprised, also because of the time. Not so much because of the event itself, but we are talking 5 a.m. that we're opening the doors.
It's an early wake-up to witness history. And back in Burlington, they're keen to see the spectacle. Thomas Daigle, CBC News, Toronto.